Many people over the age of 40 begin to notice a strange pattern in their sleep. They fall asleep without much difficulty. The night begins normally, but then something unusual happens. Around 2, 3, or sometimes 4 in the morning, they suddenly wake up, their eyes open, their mind becomes alert, and falling back asleep becomes difficult. At first, this experience can feel confusing. Some people assume they simply had a bad night of sleep. Others blame stress, caffeine, or noise. But when it begins happening several nights a week, many people start asking the same question: why does this keep happening? Surprisingly, waking up in the middle of the night becomes much more common after the age of 40. And the reason is not simply insomnia. In many cases, it is connected to subtle changes in how the body regulates hormones, blood sugar, and stress signals during sleep. To understand why this happens, it helps to look at what normally occurs during the night. Sleep is not a single continuous state. Instead, it moves through several cycles. Each cycle lasts about 90 minutes and includes stages of light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. During deep sleep, the body performs important repair processes. Hormones are released, tissues recover, and the immune system strengthens. As the night continues, the body gradually shifts toward lighter sleep stages. This is completely normal. But after 40, several biological systems begin to change slightly. One of the most important involves the hormone cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, but it also plays an important role in regulating energy levels. Normally, cortisol levels are lowest during the early part of the night and begin rising gradually toward morning. This rise helps the body wake up naturally. However, as people age, cortisol rhythms can become slightly irregular. Instead of rising slowly toward morning, cortisol may spike earlier in the night. When this happens, the brain suddenly becomes more alert. The result is waking up around 3 in the morning. Another factor is blood sugar stability. During sleep, the body continues to use energy. If blood sugar drops too low during the night, the brain interprets this as a potential problem. In response, the body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to raise blood sugar levels. These hormones can quickly wake a person from sleep. This is one reason why people who eat late at night or consume large amounts of refined carbohydrates sometimes wake up during the night. Blood sugar rises quickly, then falls several hours later. That drop can trigger the brain's emergency response system. Hormonal changes also play a role. As we age, levels of certain hormones that regulate sleep gradually decline. Melatonin, the hormone that signals the body that it is nighttime, may decrease slightly with age. Lower melatonin can make sleep lighter and more easily disrupted. This means that small disturbances that once would not have woken you may now cause you to wake up. Temperature regulation also changes as we age. The body naturally lowers its core temperature during sleep, which helps maintain deep sleep. But after 40, temperature regulation can become slightly less stable. If body temperature rises too much during the night, it can interrupt sleep cycles and trigger waking. Stress is another powerful influence. Many adults in midlife experience increased responsibilities, financial concerns, family obligations, or career pressures. Even when the mind appears calm during the day, the brain may continue processing these stress signals during sleep. This can cause the nervous system to become more alert during the night. When this happens, waking up at 3 in the morning becomes more likely. But perhaps the most surprising discovery from sleep research is that waking up briefly during the night is actually normal. Humans naturally experience short awakenings between sleep cycles. The difference is that younger adults usually fall back asleep within seconds and do not remember it. After 40, falling back asleep can sometimes take longer. When the brain becomes fully alert during these awakenings, people suddenly become aware that they are awake. That awareness can then make it harder to relax again. Understanding this process helps explain why so many adults experience the same pattern. The body is not necessarily broken. Instead, it has responded to subtle shifts in hormones, metabolism, and sleep regulation that occur with age. The encouraging news is that many of the factors that cause nighttime waking can be improved with simple adjustments to daily habits. One of the most important is stabilizing blood sugar before bedtime. Eating a very large meal late at night can cause blood sugar spikes followed by drops during sleep. Instead, many sleep experts recommend finishing dinner several hours before bedtime. Balanced meals that include protein, fiber, and healthy fats can help keep blood sugar more stable overnight. Another important habit involves light exposure. The body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, is strongly influenced by light. Morning sunlight helps regulate cortisol and melatonin rhythms throughout the day. People who spend most of their day indoors may not receive enough natural light signals. As a result, the brain's sleep timing system may become slightly confused. Spending even 15 minutes outside in natural daylight each morning can help strengthen the body's circadian rhythm and improve nighttime sleep stability. Physical activity is also extremely important. Regular exercise improves sleep quality by increasing deep sleep and reducing stress hormone levels. Even moderate activities, such as walking, cycling, or strength training, can significantly improve sleep patterns. Exercise also helps regulate blood sugar and improves mitochondrial energy production, which supports the body's natural sleep cycles. Managing evening stimulation can also make a difference. Bright screens, intense mental work, or emotional conversations close to bedtime can signal the brain to remain alert. Reducing screen exposure in the hour before sleep and creating a calm evening routine can help the brain transition into sleep more smoothly. Temperature control is another often overlooked factor. Because the body needs to cool slightly during sleep, a bedroom that is too warm can interfere with deep sleep stages. Many sleep researchers recommend keeping the bedroom slightly cool and well ventilated to support natural sleep cycles. Stress reduction is equally important. When the nervous system remains in a constant state of alertness, nighttime awakenings become more common. Techniques such as slow breathing, meditation, or simply spending quiet time away from stimulation can help calm the nervous system before sleep. One of the most helpful mental shifts is understanding that waking briefly during the night is not necessarily a problem. When people wake up and immediately worry about not sleeping, anxiety can make falling back asleep more difficult. Instead, remaining relaxed and allowing the body time to return to sleep often helps the process happen naturally. Many people also find that consistent sleep schedules improve nighttime stability. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day strengthens the body's internal clock. Over time, this consistency trains the brain to maintain longer, deeper sleep cycles. The most important message is that sleep changes after 40 are common, but they are not inevitable. By supporting the body's natural rhythms through light exposure, balanced nutrition, movement, and stress management, Many adults regain deeper and more stable sleep. Instead of waking up at 3 in the morning night after night, the body gradually returns to a more restful rhythm. When sleep improves, energy improves, mood stabilizes, and overall health benefits. Sleep is not simply rest. It is one of the most powerful systems the body has for repair, recovery, and longevity. Protecting it becomes even more important as we age.